I've taken some time to digest what happened this past Sunday with regard to Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dade Police Department. I've watched all the body cam videos that have been released up until this point, and I want to provide you with my thoughts on it all. Now, Tyreek Hill was initially stopped for speeding on his way to the football game. In one of the videos, he blew by the officers at a very high rate of speed. When that officer first comes up to the car, he sees that Tyreek's window is not down. That's mistake number one. The officer knocks on the window. Tyreek lowers it, provides his license, and right away is starting to say, "Don't knock on my window like that. Don't knock on it like that," multiple times. And he dismisses the officer. He has a bad attitude with the officer. Mistake number two. The officer then explains to him, "This is how I'm going to communicate with you. This is how I'm going to find things out." And then Tyreek makes the biggest mistake. He rolls that window up. A dark tinted, blacked out window in a black car where the officer cannot see anything in there. There was zero reason for him to do this, and that's mistake number three on Tyreek. Now at this point, you can see Tyreek moving around in the car, but you really can't see specifically what he's doing. And so what this does is it gives a huge safety concern for these officers. These officers have no idea if he's getting a gun, if he has a gun, if he's going to pull some sort of weapon on them. So then they ask him again to roll down the window multiple times. He refuses. And then they ask him to get out of the car, and he doesn't want to get out of the car. And that's when the officers pull him out and become more aggressive. When all of this could have been avoided if he just kept that window down initially. So what I tell my clients, my friends, my family, and what I would tell Tyreek if he was a client, is that when you're being pulled over for a traffic stop, in order to have a smooth and safe interaction with the police, you should do the following. Number one, pull over to a safe space. Number two, turn your car off. Number three, put your window down. Number four, put both of your hands on the steering wheel. Number five, provide the contact information that the officer asked for. And number six, follow their commands. Now, this does not mean that you need to consent to searches of your person or your vehicle, but you do have to provide your license, and you should comply with their commands to put the window down and get out of the car. At this point, the officers don't know who you are, and they are always engaged in threatening situations. If you do your part to show them you're not a threat, that this is not going to be an unsafe interaction, a level of trust occurs between both of the parties, and the situation can be safe and seamless. Now, to the officers, once that threat has been dissipated, in this case, once you have Tyreek on the floor in cuffs, there's no need to continue the aggressive behavior. If there's no threat, if there are no weapons, if there is no safety concern, take a deep breath and de-escalate the situation that you're now in control of. We don't need any more negative attention on our officers. We don't need any more shootings than there have already been in the past few years. So with all that said, we can all learn something from this situation. Let's be nicer to each other. Let's work together more as a community. Let's be smart when we're being pulled over. Let's be safe. For more tips like this, like, follow, and subscribe. Injured or arrested? Better call Shaf.